Hello guys and welcome to 5 minutes of channel. Today I want to talk about a new interesting solution for security compliance available for ZOS and Linux for Z systems. In 5 minutes, of course. zSecurity Compliance Center is a new solution released with the z16 machine, but now it can work with the z15 machine as well. Its main goal is to promote the culture of compliance in your company's business environments. And to achieve this, it focuses on system settings, automatically collecting audit evidence related to the most common regulations, such as PCI DSS, NIST, and CIS benchmarks. Then the result is presented graphically on the dashboard, which is very easy to read and to clearly understand the security posture of the system. From the dashboard, you can operate differently depending on the role assigned. Therefore, you can select the system on which you want to run the compliance scan. You can choose the report type to be displayed or the type of scan to be performed in order to obtain a result suited to your needs and to highlight the system most at risk in terms of adherence or deviation from a specific compliance. Basically, zSecurity Compliance Center is able to do three main tasks. The first one, translate policies into specific configuration settings for ZOS and ZLinux. And this is a very important point because they are often written for distributed environments and not for Z platforms. Second one, collect evidence from multiple system components in order to compare and validate them with respect to the compliance. And this is another critical point because this task often requires manual coordination between different teams, different peoples, spending a lot of time. And using zSecurity Compliance Center, you can produce specific compliance reports in minutes without other people involvement. And finally, demonstrate your compliance status easily and comprehensively to auditors who may not have ZOS and ZLinux skills. zSecurity Compliance Center is a microservices application which runs on Red Hat OpenShift container platform, on Linux for Z, or Z container extension on ZOS. It works with compliance policy, named profiles, which can managed by different roles, the key personas. And in the box at the bottom, you can see the evidence providers, which are the components able to provide the compliance data to zSecurity Compliance Center. But what happens when you ask for a compliance scan? Well, the request can be submitted from the dashboard by selecting the scope on which you want to run the scan. And this request is taken over the managed collector, which in turn connects to the system to be monitored. The collector communicates with the ZOSMF component to request the collection of information from the evidence providers. ZOSMF uses the compliance API to trigger an event notification facility signal to the evidence providers. If the single component, the provider, is able to understand the event notification facility signal and to use the new SMF 1154 record, then it will write the compliance data in a specific subtype of the SMF 1154 records. If the provider does not have these capabilities, then the compliance integration manager components help on this in order to satisfy all the work already described. Finally, the SMF 1154 records are collected by the common data provider in a synchronous way and streamed in JSON format to the Logstash receiver microservices of the zSecurity Compliance Center. At this point, zSecurity Compliance Center application is able to evaluate the collected data by mapping them to regulatory requirements, which are named controls, and to verify them and then display the result on the dashboard in a graphical or report format. And here is the dashboard where you can see the status of your system compared to a specific compliance with various graphs on which you can interact to get into more details. And at the bottom of the screen, you can also see the severity check for each control and the number of tests passed or failed. Thank you for your attention, and if you want to know more about zSecurity Compliance Center, subscribe to this channel to see more demos and videos. Bye bye from Luigi.